As we start to really heat up in Arizona, what's left of our mountain snow is starting to melt.
Yeah, and you don't want that to happen too quickly. It was an exceptional season across the West, which has made an impact on the drought and the water supply. Meteorologist Crystal Ortiz joins us now to tell us how much of an impact.
Yeah, hey guys, so I've been getting the same questions on repeat. Is the drought over? How are the reservoirs? How much will Lake Powell rise? So I poured through the data and I spoke to experts to get those answers. Take a listen.
During a snowpack survey on the Verde Watershed this February, the Salt River Project thrilled at what they found.
Whew, that's deep.
4 feet deep, to be exact. SRP sends crews to monitor winter snowpack a few times each year.
That's 19 again.
Driving or flying to spots like here in Happy Jack.
Get on the snowshoes, go out to designated areas and stick the federal sampler in the snow, take it out and weigh it, and then we can get an idea of how much water equivalent the snowpack is.
Or how much water is in the snow if it was all melted. And this season, the numbers are huge.
Usually you come out here in late February, these sites will have 6 inches of snow water equivalent. Today we measured 13.3 inches of snow water equivalent, which is really impressive.
This year's snowpack is the largest in 3 decades. And as it melts, the water runs into small creeks and streams, like here at Clear Creek. From there, it heads downstream to Horseshoe Reservoir, one of 7 reservoirs in the SRP Salt and Verde system, which store much of the valley water supply. The system is already at 100%, a big change from only 1 year ago. Horseshoe was below 10% full April of 2022, now over 80% capacity. And as a whole, the Verde Basin has seen over 400% of average snowpack. The Salt Basin has seen over 200% of average. Snowmelt combined with recent rainfall has forced SRP to release water for the first time since 2019. And while the normally dry Salt River running with water is a good sign of a great start to our water supply, it doesn't mean all our problems are answered.
During the long-term drought, we've pumped a lot of groundwater as part of our conservative drought management plan. So the accumulating effects of 3 decades of pumping more groundwater than not being in a drought is still there.
So while the underground aquifers will get a break from pumping this year, they won't be fully recharged.
So we'd have to have like 5 more good years in the next decade to where we think that, okay, we're out of a drought and the groundwater aquifer is more balanced.
State climatologist Erin Ann Saffel says our water year, which runs from October to September, is off to a great start. But there's a big difference between short-term drought resolution and long-term drought conditions.
Short-term drought really is impacted by what's happening with that precipitation and what we're seeing right now. Kind of like the ecosystem, the soil moisture being moist, the plants are happy, and we're really happy to see that.
The drought monitor tracks short-term drought, immediate impacts based off recent weather. With a wet monsoon and a snowy cold winter, short-term drought from last June compared to this April, a drastic improvement. In fact, more than 80% of Arizona is no longer in short-term drought at all. And no part of the state is in the highest tiers, extreme or exceptional drought. But this only tells part of Arizona's drought story.
Really understanding where we stand in the long term. So if we go back to 1994, so the last 29 years, if we look at that, we've had 20 years that have been deficit, that have been drier than normal, and we've only had 9 that have been wetter than normal. So taking that into context is really important.
Those hot and dry years have made our atmosphere thirsty, according to Saffel, from soil and plants absorbing our runoff to evaporation stealing from our reservoirs, a problem that becomes more obvious across the Colorado River Basin. Seen on this map, it's a much larger basin compared to Phoenix's Salt and Verde. And unlike in Phoenix, where water supply and demand are roughly equal, water along the Colorado River is over-allocated and often undersupplied.
The hydrologic drought that my office deals with more deals with reservoir storages and long-term water supply conditions for state use, large municipal use, and hydropower generation, that sort of things.
Paul Miller is a hydrologist for the Colorado River Basin, where he tracks and forecasts water supply, providing valuable information to the Bureau of Reclamation, who ultimately determine how water from the Colorado River is dispersed amongst the region.
So over the Colorado River Basin, what we've seen this year has been really great. It's a stark contrast to last year when we saw 50% of average and below.
Snowpack over eastern Utah and Colorado are also running above average this year, which will help Lake Powell and Meade. In fact, latest projections have runoff into Lake Powell at up to 175% of average.
Lake Powell is expected to rise a pretty decent amount. Still, overall conditions are low in the reservoirs. The drought's been going on in excess of 20 years, and so one good year isn't really enough to get us out of that.
Miller says the latest forecast has Powell rising about 35 feet from a current 23% capacity to at least 32% full. Improvement, but not enough. Long-term drought is still embedded.
Lake Powell and Lake Meade, the combined storage between those two reservoirs is really a good indicator of the overall hydrologic health and the water supply of the Colorado River Basin. And despite this really good year, the combined storage capacity of those two reservoirs is still going to be well below 50%.
According to Miller, Meade and Powell had a combined storage of over 90% around the year 2000, which has allowed us to still have water even after 2 decades of drying in the region. So can we ever get back to a healthy water supply in the Colorado River Basin?
We would probably need on the order of 6 or more consecutive years of this kind of snowpack to really get back up into those ranges where people started to feel more comfortable with the water supply.
While that is unlikely to happen, there is some good news. The Bureau of Reclamation's latest modeling indicates it's very unlikely Powell or Meade will drop below minimum power pool in the next several years. Even better, their projection now give no chance of Meade or Powell dropping to dead pool through 2027.
It's a small step towards where we need to go, but at least it's a step forward in the right direction. So yeah, this is definitely a win for the Colorado River Basin. And yeah, the more years that we can get like this, the better.
So as a reminder, minimum power pool is the lowest level Meade and Powell can fall to still produce hydropower. Dead pool is the point at which they could no longer pump water. The elevation forecasts come from the Bureau of Reclamation's 5-year projection. It was last updated in January, but an even more encouraging update is expected later this month. We've had such good conditions the last few months that it's really good news overall, it looks like, for those projections.
Great stuff. Good job, Crystal. Thank you.